Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the Normally Spent Road to Glory. And today we're going to be talking and breaking down how I went 12-0. So yesterday, if you missed it, guys, spoiler already. But yeah, we did manage to go ahead and get 12-0, get the Galaxy Opal Glen right, and put us on pace for next month having the 12-0 reward for getting all 5 of the set 2 players of the month, which is pretty cool. So yeah, the final game of that was on the channel yesterday, so if you missed that, be sure to go ahead and check it out. Of course, before that, we'd actually played quite a lot of Unlimited anyway. We got ourselves up to 11-1 when the Dirk was originally the reward. So when he was here, we had ourselves at 10-0 or 10-1. And I needed one more win, and they changed the reward. So Dirk was 9 wins. So I finished on 11-1, and then I finished 9-1 for Dirk, because Dirk was here. And then we went and finished 12-0. So we have gone 32-2 in our last 34 Unlimited games, which is a pretty good record, and I'm pretty happy about that. And obviously I'm ecstatic that we managed to get Glen Rice so quickly. It was literally the first time I actually tried properly at going 12-0 for him. I managed to get him. So big W's all round. So we'll go through all my settings that I use in games and stuff like that. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to help you guys out a little bit. Now, before we get into the video, we hit 15,000 subscribers today on stream. Live on stream, we hit 15k, which is incredible. So thank you guys so much. If you subscribed today or if you subscribed right at the start, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. 15k is big, and yeah, let's see if we can push on to 21k by 2K21. I think that'd be a pretty cool milestone to hit. But yeah, incredible. And again, the streams have been fantastic. And then speaking of streaming, I'm actually going live on Twitch tonight. I'll have already been live by the time this video goes up. But yeah, that was the first ever Twitch stream, which is twitch.tv/JD_crossover. And the link for that will be in the description down below as well. But yeah, we're going to start doing Twitch streams every day as well. So loads of streaming, loads of videos. You know how it goes, guys. There's just a lot going on in 2K at the moment. So, a shout out to the MVPs of the channel. We have got Heisenberg, Panda, Joaquim, Jeno, Anson, Todd, Lou, and Will. And the goats of the channel, we've got Eric, Ice Cream, Jason, and of course Cody. If you guys want to get involved and become a member as well, there's a join button down below. If not, top line of the description will show you how it is done. Alright, enough waffle. Let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. So, limited time event today is pretty trash. Not even going to bother talking about that. And then the agenda is also pretty trash. Now, we did manage to complete this one on stream, 60 games of TTO. Obviously, we got that gold, silver ink ball, and we had to just discard it, and we got 500 MT for it. So that was pretty bad, not going to lie. Really poor. And actually, today we've got no new content, which sucks, but I'll talk about that a little bit in a second. Tomorrow, we will be getting a new triple threat offline vault, which is nice. Rudy LaRusso and Mel Daniels were okay. Rudy LaRusso was actually quite nice, but hopefully tomorrow we can see some pretty nice cards in there. And of course, tomorrow we should be getting some extra content anyway. Unlimited rewards, like I said, they have been changed back to normal, and now they just look so outdated. This deluxe heat check pack was for 2 wins, and now it's at 6. This flash pack was for 3 wins, now it's at 7. Like, these are so outdated, it's pretty embarrassing, not gonna lie. When we went 12-0, we got 50 tokens, which was nice. When we went 11-0, we got 40 tokens. Yeah, these rewards, they're really bad. I mean, you could win... What's like the worst value here? Probably like 6 wins gets you 1500 MT and 8 tokens. Like, that is pretty pathetic. Triple Threat Online, we've been doing a lot of TTO on streams. And I don't think that Mark Aguirre or Isaiah Thomas are on the boards anymore. We did about 15 games today. Or did we do about 12 games today? Something like that. But we didn't see anything good. We didn't see any diamond consumables. We didn't see anything over like 5 tokens or over like 500 MT. So the Triple Threat Online boards have been pretty damn awful. But we do have a couple of packs here to open up. And we've also got a locker code to put in from yesterday as well. So let me go ahead and bring up the locker code real quick. This one is still usable, guys. This isn't one of the timed creator codes that they've released. This is a proper one from the Myteam Twitter account. So it's Legacy Packs Drop May. And if we could pull one of the big guys, because some of these guys have really big value. I'm thinking like Bill Walton, Phil Chenier as pink diamonds. They are so expensive. They're like 100k each. So if we could pull a pink diamond, either of those would be great. I know I'm not asking for much, but anyway, let's have a look at what is the board for this one. So, I don't know which one I need. Phil Chenier is green. That'd be nice. Where is Bill Walton? He's red. So middle or green, ideally. Nate Thurman, no. David Thompson, no. Earl Monroe, definitely not. Oh, Earl Monroe is above Phil Chenier. So you just kind of... Oh, okay. Let's go. Okay, that's very nice. Bill Walton pack. Okay, that's probably the best one we could have got. You know what? I'm not mad at that. I will definitely take that. Fantastic. So I've no idea what the golds are, or the diamonds are, or anything in them, but we'll see what we can get. So we'll start with the trash ones. So we will start with, Isaiah Thomas Spotlight Award pack. Then we'll go through the Iggy one as well. I can't remember who's in these packs. It doesn't matter. We're not going to get anyone from it anyway. I think I've got a couple of spaces in my auction house if we do get things. But something literally just sold. That makes no sense. Okay, so we're going to have to discard that. Oh, well. Do I really have my auctions full? Why is there 49 things? As you can see, guys, I'm in the middle of selling all of my jerseys right now. So it's not full. 2K. But yeah, so we've actually gone from 2,110,000 up to nearly 2.2 million. Like I said, with about 10 games of TTO. But other than that, she's been selling off all of these jerseys. You can see there, we're under 2,000 cards for the first time in quite a long time. Right, let's go ahead and do this Iggy pack now as well. We're probably going to have a couple of things that we need to discard, but I'm not too fussed at all. None of it's really got any value. I'm literally selling these jerseys for about 450 MT, if that, and a lot of them don't sell at the first time of asking either, which really isn't great. A standard league pack, that's obviously not very good, so we'll get rid of this next, and then we should get on some nice, better packs after this. I've already got Zach LaVine, so I'm definitely going to have to discard him, but that's fine. 600 MT for an Emerald, it's whatever. All right, next up, let's have a look. So, El Moreau, why do I have an El Moreau pack? Get out of here. I don't want to see a Diamond Glow. This is the first time I don't want to see a Diamond Glow on a pack. Good, thank you. I'm happy with that. You never want to see an El Moreau card. I kind of want to send him to my auctions. But I do. There's 49 cards out there, man. 2KB. Can I not do maths? Apparently not. Right, and then we'll go for the Deluxe League pack. Because, again, chances are you're not going to get anything good out of this. Of course, there are pink diamonds in there, but you don't get pink diamonds out of there. We get a Gold Jam Rant. Again, we'll just discard that. And then we have got Deluxe Heat Check's nice. So that's a guaranteed, like, 3,000 MT. So we'll go for this one first because obviously the ceiling isn't as high as it is in the Wilt Chamberlain and the Bill Walton packs. And we're going to get a Wendell Carter Jr. No idea if he sells or not, but you know what? He probably sells for about 3k, which is a big W. Big W. Right, we'll go for Wilt Chamberlain first, and then the last one will be that Bill Walton pack. Fingers crossed we can get something nice out of that. So we get nothing out of the Wilt Chamberlain pack, which is fine because he doesn't really sell for too much. But here we go, Bill Walton. Can we pull one of the most expensive pink diamonds in the game? Before the super packs came out today, or not the super packs, before this locker code came out, it was about 300k. And we get a Brandon Ingram. Not quite what I was looking for, not going to lie. Well, I was going to say fun, but it wasn't really. That was something, opening up packs. And speaking of packs, we've got new new Prime Series 1 to 3 super packs today. That was today's content. It's been so long since we haven't had any content on a Monday and Tuesday, and they've decided to go ahead and not give us anything on Tuesday today, and just give us super packs instead, which is a big yikes, realistically. So that's not good. We opened up one of these packs on the stream, and we got a Diamond Dikembe Mutombo, so wasn't exactly great. And of course, all the VC that I've got is from my career guys. Obviously, we're not buying VC. We don't do that around here. But yeah, you can see here I've been selling them off for 450. One of them sold, but a couple of them don't sell. But if we come down to my actual collection, and you can see there, we're getting it clear. Oh, why did I just do that? I don't know. I've got loads of shoes to discard. We're clearing it out, which is nice, and I will get them all gone. I've just done bronze and silvers so far, and anything that sells about 450. So we're trying to get that to go. As you can see, they don't sell straight away. They do take a little bit of a while, but hopefully after a couple of listings, they will all sell for that amount. Right, let's move over to the auction house. So, obviously in those prime sets, a couple of players will start coming down in price. So Tim Duncan was ridiculously expensive. He's probably going to come down a bit. KD I don't think will come down too much from 400k. And Ben Simmons as well was already like, oh, I was going to say, if he's 350k Evo, that's ridiculous. But yeah, he's about 300k still. And again, I don't think he can come down too much in price because he is so cheap anyway. Oscar Robertson is definitely a card that's going to come down in price. Look at how many have been pulled. Wow. Okay, so maybe it will make a massive difference to these cards' prices. So look at how many KDs there are up. There's loads of them. Look at that, you get a couple every minute. Wow, so yeah, if you're looking to buy prime players, today is the day to do it. Luka's actually gone up, which is very weird. He was like 190k earlier. That's confusing, but again, when all those 4-hour bids start coming through, he'll come down in price. And again, same situation with Lamar Odom. Danny Granger is already a buyout, and he wasn't earlier. Selling for like not even 85k on bid. Wow, that is cheap. We probably lost a little bit of value in our Eddie Curry, which is a bit of a shame, but you know what? I don't mind because he is so, so good. All right, guys, let's go ahead and, I mean, this is my main team right now, which is obviously very, very powerful. Yeah, it's looking kind of ridiculous. And Opals that we've got in the club as well. We've got Chris Mullin, Brandon Roy, Sabonis, James Harden, Mark Aguirre, Zach LaVine, Gilbert Arenas, and the Evoed Scottie Pippen. And none of those really make it into the squad, which is kind of crazy. The only cards we've got off the auction house that are actually worth anything in terms of value, we of course have Giannis at 400k, which is very nice. And then Wes Unseld, who we bought for about 70k-ish. And of course the Eddie Curry as well, who had a bit of value. So I went, what did I do? So I used this team right here. This team got me 11-1. And then this team got me 9-1. So I went 20-2 with this team right here, which is pretty good. So we had Giannis and Eddie Curry, of course. We got Joe Smith, literally like 3,000 MT, something like that, ridiculously cheap. 2 Spotlight Sim players. We had Isaac Bonga, who's really, really quite cheap. Kevin Porter Jr., another Spotlight Sim player. Sekou Doumbouya was like 5k, something like that. Danny Manning, like discount, well, not discount value, but 2 to 3,000 MT, really, really cheap. So I was running a 9-man rotation, and that's just because I really, really liked Eddie Curry, and I didn't really trust anybody else out on the floor. So that's why we kept it with him. It's a nice 2 overall rated squad, but let me tell you guys, the majority of games I came up against people with Galaxy Opals. We came up against a couple of overall cheesers with just 5 Opals and then no bench. But then we come up against people with 10 Opals. So the matchmaking was all over the place. I used this team because I'd used these diamond cards for quite a lot this year. And I believe last month when we got James Worthy, was it James Worthy? No, Wilt Chamberlain. When we got to Wilt Chamberlain last month, we actually used a diamond squad. So I thought, you know what, it worked last month. Let's see if it works again this month. Let's just insert Giannis and Eddie Curry. And it did work. I mean, it got us 20-2. It didn't get us a 12-0 run, but it did get us to the Dirk, which of course got us the Dr. J. And then this is not the squad. Let me go ahead and make another one. We'll have to go 12-0-0-0. So the squad we used to actually go 12-0, we had Giannis in at the 1, we had Kobe in at the 2, we had Josh Smith at the 3, Anthony Davis at the 4, David Robinson at the 5, at the backup 1 we had Dwayne Wade, at the backup 2 we actually had a pink diamond, so not even looking at all these opals, we had pink diamond Wes Unseld, at the backup 3 we had Galaxy Opal Dr. J, hello, he's there, and then at the backup 4 we had Galaxy Opal James Worthy, and again, 4-man rotation off the bench because David Robinson, now I've started using him, is so good that I never wanted to use another centre. So these are the 9 players that I used to get me 12-0. And of course, when I got 12-0, it was before I picked up the Michael Jordan. So that's why he wasn't involved in the squad. Now, the coach I was using was Amethyst Mike D'Antoni. The playbook, I had the 2013 Heat playbook, but I don't run any plays. The only thing I do is go Hawks Freelance and then 2018. But I'll show you that if we jump into a game. Giannis did the majority of everything. He was unbelievable. 30 games, 24 points per game. That card is unbelievable. And shooting-wise, I didn't really shoot. One thing I would say about my playstyle, it's definitely not a three-point hunting playstyle. I don't really peek much. I don't quick stop or anything like that. I just try and play it to my team's strength, basically. And Giannis obviously isn't a shooter. He's definitely more of a driver. But driving to the rim, this guy is a joke. He is unstoppable, which is why he's averaging so much per game. Kobe was very nice out there. Defensively, again, very, very solid. Josh Smith, one of the best defensive cards in the game, like without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, look at these defensive stats right here. Like, everything over 99, everything over 95, sorry, ridiculous. AD, obviously one of the best cards in the game. And this Evo, David Robertson, probably the best centre I've used all year. And I've used, obviously, Shaq. I've used Kareem. I've used Hakeem as well. I would say that David Robertson is the best one I've used. And off the bench, Dwayne Wade, like I said, I can't really peak at the moment because the EU servers are really, really bad, which is why he was coming off the bench. But when he did come off the bench, he was really, really solid. Wes Unseld was so good. I love this little guy. I say little, he's 6'7", but defensively and rebounding-wise was incredible. And the defensive badges that he brings as well, because obviously he's meant to be a centre. The defensive badges he brings at the shooting guard position is really, really noticeable. So I was really, really impressed with him. Dr. J came in every now and then. He didn't play the majority of the games, I don't think, but another really, really good card. And then James Worthy came off the bench in most games in place of Josh Smith, really, instead of AD. AD and David Robinson played majority of games, realistically, because they're just so good. Didn't really want to take them out, not going to lie. As you can see, another little tip. All of my team have diamond shoes, apart from Dr. J and Wes Unseld. So 7 out of my 9 players have diamond shoes. And that does make a big difference. Now, obviously, when you're buying cards off the auction house, like I did with this Giannis, it's always a good idea to make sure they've got the best shoe on them possible. So this Giannis came with a 3-point shoe that boosted his speed, block, pass accuracy, and the post fade as well. Post fade pretty relevant, but the other boosts were very nice. And then obviously on some of these guys like Josh Smith, I boosted his defensive stats. He needed a bit of boost to his mid-range, steal, interior D, stamina, and defensive consistency. AD needed he didn't need it, but ball control, perimeter D, and speed with ball as well. You can get diamond shoes for relatively cheap, guys, and they do make a big difference. But if you can't afford diamond shoes, just go for gold ones. Because you can get gold ones that boost for how many games? 6 games. So if you're doing a 12-0 run, you just need to buy 2 sets of each shoe that you're going to put on a player, and you can buy them for literally like 300 to 400 MT. So really nice and cheap. And yeah, it's just a case of looking around at what you think your players need and just finding their weaknesses and boosting their weaknesses as much as you can. And you can also use a coach for that as well. So I like to run Mike D'Antoni because of the speed, the ball control, and the driving boosts as well. Because I like to run a lot on the fast break. If I get a defensive rebound, I'm definitely trying to push the pace. And yeah, the passing boost he gives and the 3-point shooting boost he gives is a really strong coach. But obviously there are diamond ones out there that can be more defensive minded and give you more to like perimeter defense, etc. But for me, Mike D'Antoni is the guy and has been pretty much all year round. Not going to lie, pretty much all year round. So let's jump into a game real quick. We're not going to play it properly, but I will just jump in to show you guys my settings and to show you how I would play. We might play the first quarter or something just to show you guys how I would play a game. But this is actually going to be my first unlimited game with MJ. So I hope it's going to go well. All right, this guy comes in with Kobe as well. Wow. T-Mac, Kobe, KD, KG, and Shaq. So a ridiculous team, but obviously EU servers right now, I'm not going to be able to play. When I went on my 12-0 run, if you are from EU as well, when I did my 12-0 run, I was playing the majority of my games between 9 AM and 1 PM in the afternoon. I wasn't playing anything in the evening because it's just not going to work. Like, evening playing is bad. So this is probably going to be really bad. And obviously, I don't really need to win. So I'm not really that motivated to go ahead and get a dub. But of course, in the next week or so, we're going to have to go 12-0 again for the new players. All right, so defensive setting time. So my defensive settings for every game were on-ball pressure tight, off-ball pressure tight, on-ball screen go over, on-ball screen center go over. And that's just for the people that are playing the peekaboos and abusing screens as much as they can. As long as your CPU is trying to go over the top, they shouldn't be able to 3-point hunt that much, but trust me, they still will. And then, of course, tight on-ball, tight off-ball. People 5-out, people do, obviously, all those 5-out plays that there are plenty of this year. And you're going to want your players to be as close to them as is possible. There is smother option, but I find that tight works quite well. Now, offensive settings, we come down to the freelance, and we just have the 2018 Hawks freelance, like I said. I feel like it works pretty well, and of course, that does have the pass and screen away pass and screen away. This one right here is a 5-out, and it's a very effective 5-out play as well. So if you're looking for a 5-out, Hawks 2018 freelance, and then just you go L1, because it's already preset at that button, which is pretty nice. We come over to coach settings, and it's very important to turn off the adaptive coaching engine. You don't want this on. I mean, look at what it says. Determine if you would like to game plan on your own or let the CPU do it for you. Well, we've literally just put in our own game plan, so why on earth would I want the CPU to go ahead and change it? I don't know. And then we come over to the coaching settings, coaching sliders right here, and help defense, obviously bringing that all the way down. If you don't have this on 0, and if you don't have the no help rule down here as well, as soon as someone does a 5-out, as soon as they drive past you, your whole team will basically just collapse in, and they'll have their choice of wide open shooters. So you really need to have the drive rules on no help, and you need to turn your coaching sliders all the way down on the help. And that's pretty much all I do. So defensive settings, offensive settings, coach settings, and coaching sliders. Make sure you do them at the start of every single game. And if you don't, you're going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage, especially if your opponent does them as well. And if your opponent knows what they're doing, you're going to be at a big disadvantage. Now, I'm just going to show you guys my in-game settings right here as well. So stay home on the team adjustments right there. And then we also crash the offensive boards, not the offensive boards, the defensive rebounds right there. Because obviously that is very important. And then my offensive settings would always be crash the offensive boards. It would always be push the pace on the tempo. And then, like I said, freelance, always go for Hawks 2018 and just show you guys pass and screen away. And there we go, 5-out as easy as you like. Now, if someone's off-balling like this guy is right here, just call a backdoor cut, hold triangle, send them cutting to the rim, and you're going to get a backdoor cut every time, and life will be nice and easy. So I think I've proved my point in that game and shown you all my settings. So let's get out of this game real quick. Alright, so hopefully that gave you guys a little bit of an insight into how the settings and everything work in games. Obviously, they are very, very important indeed. And in terms of my actual playstyle, I would say pretty slow. I know I said I like to push the pace on the fast rate, but you got to be so careful with your outlet passes. You got to be so careful because expect everyone to spam square big time. Big time. So you'll be very careful when making any passes. So just push the pace with the person that grabs the rebound. That would be my advice. And that is why having an agile big in David Robson is fantastic, because even if he comes down with the rebound, I know I can push the pace with him, and he is very, very adept at holding the ball. Other than that, be very, very patient on the offensive end. Don't really try and force too many shots. Do a lot of hop steps. Hop steps are so OP, especially with this boy right here. Giannis's hop steps are a joke. So yeah, definitely make sure you do plenty of those. Make sure you know all your players' releases as well. So obviously I was using a 9-man rotation, so I didn't have to learn too many releases, which is good. Because I struggled enough with releases with the servers where they are. But make sure you know all of your players' releases. That is very, very important. And if you know them really, really well, then of course you can turn off the shot meter. I actually played with it on, and it didn't really affect me too much. So Giannis right here, the hop steps, like I said, are an absolute joke. I mean, the separation he gets, and then he just sort of slides around, and it counts, and it's fine. So yeah, Giannis is a joke in terms of hop steps. Hop step dunks as well with him are incredible. But you can do it with any player, and on any player, I would strongly recommend doing it as well. Especially when you're driving off of a blow-by or something like that, just do it. It gets you a little bit more space and gives you a couple more options as well, because you do obviously stop. And if you can see that your opponent has collapsed down, make sure to go ahead and kick it to an open shooter as well. Well, there you go, hop step dunks, lovely stuff. And to be fair, any of my players can do it. I'm pretty sure Kobe's got a hop step dunk in him as well. MJ has as well, so yeah, hop steps, definitely incorporate them into your game. And if you are a person who likes to three-point hunt and stuff like that, then obviously learning about the peekaboos and the quick stops is going to be very, very important indeed. But yeah, any player hop step, it's OP. Make sure you use it and utilize it a lot. It's very, very annoying to come up against, but if you know how to stop it, it's not the hardest thing in the world. And there we go, Kobe with the hop step dunk right there. And as for the peekaboo, you just got to flick back on the right stick when you're running as quickly as you can, and then just get straight into your shot, and hopefully you don't full white glitch it, because that's obviously never ideal. But that's basically the gist of it. It takes a long while to get used to it, because obviously the release timing is completely different to just taking a normal catch and shoot shot. Where's Unsold? Are you good, bro? Or Dr. J, are you good, bro? Give me the ball, thank you. It's a lot different to a normal catch and shoot shot, but if you are playing in a game and your opponent is very, very good, if you get just a tiniest bit of space, you're going to need to get the shot off as quickly as you can. So you need to set your feet, because obviously you don't want to be taking moving shots, because moving shots go in at a far, far lower rate than set shots. So the peekaboo is very good, and the quick stop as well, but I'm not entirely... Well, I guess that was a quick stop, I guess. Apparently you just let go of everything and it just stops your player, but I don't know. I need to learn that one myself. But I managed to go 12-0 without even doing that, and without really peekabooing too much. I really can't remember too many instances of me peeking. Like I said, with the servers of the way they are, peeking was not a valid option realistically on the offensive end. So yeah, Hawks 2018 freelance worked really well. A lot of pick and fades as well. That's very important, and a lot of deep hash as well. Deep hash OP, especially with, of course, the Pink Diamond Giannis. So let's jump into a couple of comments from yesterday's video. So we've got Agent's Tower first up. Day 25 of telling JD he's an absolute donut. Shout out to you, my guy. 25 days of it already. Coming up to a month. My guy. Who do I think the mystery player will be for the 5 players of the month? So, yeah, next month we will be getting, or in a couple of days, in a week or so, we'll be getting our second unlimited player of the month reward card. So the first one was Opal Dr. J, and this one is going to have to be someone. Wow, words. Ridiculous. So we started off with Moses Malone. He had 18 Hall of Fame badges. Went to James Worthy, who had 30. Went to Wilt Chamberlain, who had 38. Went to Glenn Rice, who had 43. So on this logic, this player right here, this player right here will have like 47, 48, something like that. And then the lock-in reward, 55, maybe? I don't know. It's going to have to be someone utterly ridiculous. And I just hope that it's someone who's actually usable. Hopefully it's not an undersized point guard, because obviously no one wants to see that. What position do I really need for my team? None. If it could be a Giannis, that'd be great, so I could sell mine, but obviously I don't think they're going to put a Giannis as that reward. But yeah, fingers crossed, it's going to be someone awesome, but we're going to find out in a couple of days' time, which is very, very exciting indeed. All right, next up we have Oakley will either make a tips and tricks video. I mean, I guess this was kind of a tips and tricks video, but I can definitely do more of them in the future, especially for like TTO and things like that. I can definitely do that. Let's have a look. Yankee says, do you think that more whites go in when you play Triple Threat Online compared to Unlimited? No, I would say if anything, the shooting in Triple Threat Online actually feels worse than Unlimited. Unlimited is kind of the same every game. It's just kind of like completely random. But TTO, it kind of feels a little bit less than Unlimited, in my opinion. Next up, we've got Luke. Now you should lock in some of those current series sets so you can go for a full Opal set from the token market. No, I mean, we're already at 500 tokens already, and that's without locking anything in. And I don't think I've actually said on video, but we're actually got this Flash set 2 here, ready to lock in for 100 tokens, because we bought all of these players on stream, and it cost me in total 60,000 MT, which is so cheap for 100 tokens, but again, I don't really think I need to lock them in just yet. So we'll see how it goes in terms of just earning tokens, which we're doing a lot of lately. And yeah, only 250 to go for the next Galaxy Opal, which would be probably Galaxy Opal Amare. And then sell Giannis. I don't want to sell Giannis, man. Giannis is so good. I feel like Giannis is kind of untouchable in this squad. So yeah, DeRozan wouldn't fit in because obviously we've got Kobe, we've got Glenn Rice, Dwayne Wade, and MJ who can all play the 2. And then of course we've got James Worthy and Josh Smith at the 3, so they've got that covered. So I don't think we need DeRozan. Marcus Aldridge, like I said, could come in. Bob Pettit, no, base 11 don't really vibe with him. And then obviously Ja Morant, there's no point in taking him. So probably would be LaMarcus Aldridge, but I don't know where I'd play him. Next up, we've got Max. Who is better, Opal Blake or Opal Chris Bosh? I haven't used Bosh, but I probably would say Bosh because I've come up against him a couple of times and he's fantastic. So yeah, I'd probably say go for Bosh. Luke, how do you call backdoor cuts? Like I showed you in the video, just hold triangle on the player when you're like directional pointing towards them, with the left stick. Just make sure you're doing that. As soon as it's got a little ring underneath them, press triangle, it sends them cutting to the rim, let go of triangle, and it throws the pass straight to them, which is great. And that is going to do it for this episode, guys. So, like I said, the first stream on Twitch will have happened by this time, which is exciting. So hopefully it's gone well. And if you have missed the first one, don't worry. Tomorrow we'll be back at it again. Just be sure to stay tuned to all the YouTube socials and the Twitter as well for when I'm going to be streaming. But yeah, 15,000 subs on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. The support has been ridiculous. We hit 5,000 in December. So we've gained 10,000 subs in 5 months, which is mind-blowing. So thank you guys so much for the support. Really, really do appreciate it, as you guys know. And that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.